also been to Berlin, to Munich, to Brussels, to other places to talk to investors. What I find out, stability, your discussion with Hans. It must be clear what the government is doing in terms of yields. It's more about stability than the final amount we're talking about. That's one. But the second one, we all have a past. So I spoke with investors and they said, you're asking us to invest in, for example, Rotterdam, but we already did in the past in Capelle and the IJssel. And for those who don't know Capelle and the IJssel, it's the permanent of Rotterdam. And we lost money. So it starts with the past. And we have to pick that up. And I said, who the hell is investing in Capelle? Didn't you find out what things were happening? And they said no, but they told us it was in the neighborhood of Rotterdam. So you have to give attention to what is happening, and perhaps it's interesting to invest in Capelle. So the second thing is, we all have some history. The third one is, they all notice it's interesting to invest in a network of cities, and that's what the gentleman already told. And if we compare it, for example, with Berlin, I've been there as well, and I said I wouldn't invest in Berlin. A lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities. Yes, it's the place to be, but you have a strong competition, and it's difficult to get a yield like Boris was telling. But nevertheless, what Dick was telling as well, invest all over the world. May I pick up one of the questions you asked about governance? What we got as a question is what Boris was asking. How come that the Dutch system in democracy is not in the same pace as investing? But to be frank, the Greater London area is the same problem. It's a combination of different forms of public activities. What we try to do with the agenda in the Netherlands and Europe, don't start with governance. For it will take you 20 years to change that concept, and then you're there and it's still out of date. So what we try to do, and Anius has told that, we start working together. And finally Amsterdam has found out, that it doesn't stop at the ring of the A10, but it is more than that. And it's even more than Haarlem and Purmerend. It's also Rotterdam, it's also Eindhoven, it's also Brussels, and it's also Aachen. That's the concept of the city. And that's the talk we have with investment. Every investor has to find out short-term, long-term. And I'm very happy with all the long-term investors, for I spoke with a lot of people that came and said, I want to go out in 5 years. I say, I'm not your friend. You're my friend if you invest for a long period.